कि बात जो दिल से निकलती है असर रखती है, पर नहीं मगर कुव्वत परवाज मगर रखती है। Thanks to the guest of honor, Dr. Mudassir Afshan, Principal GDC Vargam, for their presence here. Thanks to invited guest Mr. Tawfiq Ghazi, SDM Beerwah, for their presence here. I would thank all the speakers by saying, आपने नसीहत कर दी शुक्रिया, दिल से निकला हस्ब आदत शुक्रिया। मैं यहाँ दिल की अमी गहराइयों से मीरवाइज वसती कश्मीर मौलाना सैयद अब्दुल लतीफ़ साहब हफ़िज़हुल्लाह व तवल्ला का इन अल्फाज के साथ शुक्रिया अदा करना अपनी सआदत समझता हूँ। हाल पूछा और दुआए खैर दी, आपने की इतनी ज़हमत शुक्रिया। काबिल सद रश्क तेरा इल्तिफ़ात, खुल गई तकदीर उल्फत शुक्रिया। As the newsletter of the college has been released in this session, I would take this opportunity to thank all our worthy colleagues who contributed to this newsletter, especially supervision of worthy principal and led by convener conference Dr. Mushtaq Ahmed Mullah, tireless efforts for
all social, economic, and values of fraternity, liberty, and equality. These values mentioned in the preamble guide us to work for the social protection of all the citizens of the country. Similarly, we see the directive principles of state policy. In the directive principles of state policy, Article 13 clearly mentions that the state shall strive to promote the welfare of the people. Article 39 mentions that there should be equal pay for equal work. Article 41 mentions about right to work. Article 42 mentions about provision of just and humane conditions of work. Article 43 mentions about right to living wage. Article 43 mentions about participation of workers in marriage. So all these different articles in the directive will guide the policy making in the country, that the social policy is in such a manner that it should be concerned for all the citizens of India. When we look at our country of spending, and as already mentioned by earlier speakers, there is report towards new economic inequality in India. One estimate indicates that the bottom 50% of the Indian population controls only 2.8% of the nation, whereas the top 10% controls more than 10%. Within and outside these economically weaker sectors, there are many social sectors such as old-aged persons, persons with disabilities, women, widows, children, workers in the unorganized sector, socially marginalized communities with social challenges such as scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and minorities.
Our valued invited guests, esteemed faculty, staff, and dear students, a warm good afternoon to all of you. It's a privilege to be a coordinator of this plenary session 1 of this national conference. I, on behalf of our worthy principal and whole staff of this college, welcome you all in this 2-day national conference on social protection for inclusive development. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of motivated and dedicated colleagues at this institution. So among us we have Dr. Shazia Manzoor, who will serve as chairperson for this plenary session 1. So let me start with a brief introduction of our chairperson, Dr. Shazia Manzoor. Dr. Shazia Manzoor is an associate professor in the Department of Social Work, University of Kashmir, and is currently serving as head of department. She has completed her master's in social work and doctorate from Innaugral Muslim University. Dr. Shazia's research interests includes microfinance, gender, disability, and public health. Dr. Shazia has published several research articles in the journals of international repute and has also presented research papers in various national and international conferences. Besides this, Dr. Shazia has received a prestigious fellowship, Suicide, study of United States institutes, and her host university was University of California. She has also been the principal investigator and co-investigator of several research projects funded by ICSSR in a course of
informal sector, nobody has is like expectancy, but the female is again true that research which is available. To take an example, if you go for the proportion of essays in 2001, we say that 16.2 or something. When you go to 2011, we see about 16.6. Very marginal increase, but when you go for the realities at the input level, one look at the community's experiences, significant increase in the population which never gets documented because of the
plan laid out the goals of planning and it presented an outline for a planned economic model. Notably, this economic model contained specific provisions for women and peasants and laborers. So it was very inclusive at that point of time. It also talked about the upliftment of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in JNK. Naya Kashmir, in that sense, was much ahead of time, and in fact, Jammu Kashmir was the only state in India that successfully implemented radical land reform, debt cancellations, universal free education. So, Article 12 of this Naya Kashmir even guaranteed equal wage for women and men, a right that would only be enshrined in the mainstream, Indian constitution much later through the Equal Remuneration Act of 1976. So building on the
types of schemes are same, but the way, the perfection of the scheme responding to the actual need of the people, there is huge variation. There is a mismatch, what sir rightly said in the previous presentation. All the states in the country provide direct benefit for health. Every state does. Social and legal protection is imperative. You cannot exclude these things because this individual is also a human being. His protection, as far as law is concerned, is very much important. Then, multi-centric studies to identify needs of the PLH. There has to be a match between the needs and the policies and protection issues. All stakeholders should be aware of the various schemes available for the PLHBs because people who are actual beneficiaries don't know what is the scheme available for them. So that makes them detached from the scheme system. Then, awareness generation for utilizing the scheme. Utilization, I told you, if a person is diagnosed with HIV and if somebody asks him to go to a Russian shop and get his share of PDS, he would be hesitant. Why? Because everybody would target.
Interesting area. I think we started with something and went so the panel was, I think, I can say also academically very heavy because we went from various concepts, but the beauty of social protection is that it's not only about the economic social protection. We have many facets. Like we can see how we started from micro pensions and went to different areas, talks about COVID and how SC/ST. So for students also it's very important that how to understand this umbrella of social protection, and HIV being something which is too much stigmatized, a lot of discrimination is there. Even people who want to research on this area think twice of working in this area.
That is what we are pursuing. That is the crux, the reason for this presentation, that despite knowing the figures, despite knowing the reality of the situation, the state government does not bother to come up. They do bother, but then there has to, the mismatch is there. The research which is present, for example, I did a research, I found that there is a requirement of many schemes in Mizoram. There has to be somebody who could connect with this research. Okay, the government has to actually take up this research, or the researcher has to send this research to the state, so that there is a match in the policy making. And it is not simple way. I mean, it's very not. I mean, I would tell you that making a policy in the state is very difficult. It is very difficult. Advocacy and then championing and.
Okay, sir. Yes. So we can see that the academic pressure and chaos created by parents are also a reason which lead to adult mental health issues. Statement of the problem. Some of the reasons which leads to mental health disorders are anxiety disorders, childhood rejections, trauma, discrimination and social stigmas, behavioral changes or hormonal changes, poverty, which could be a family background pressure, and death issues. Family pressure in educational settings could also be a reason for mental disorders, and also usage of substance, alcohol, and unwanted relationships and other means could be another reason. Psychological, physical, and mental.
Predicting the dream, he says that you will cultivate consecutively for 7 years, leave in the years all that you have harvested, except the little out of which you may eat, and conserve the rest of it. And then there will come 7 years of great hardship in which you will eat all that you have conserved, except a little that you will use for your use to make steel. And then there will come 7 years of prosperity. So this is the policy formulation of state for the social protection, and we implemented it as well. Now talking about the social protection, role of market, of course, we know that the market has defined, the role of market as defined by the capitalism have proved itself to be a great failure. No, it is not the demand and supply game, bringing the market in its equilibrium state. So it is not the cutthroat competition facilitating the survival of only the
those who are working in the informal sector. It can be advocated through judicial guidelines. As I have right of heard that chair is from political science, and there is no disturbance so far as this judicial parameters and political contexts are concerned. They can get, and the audience are out there. Here in social security laws, Employees State Insurance Act 1948, which covers factories and establishments with 10 or more employees and provides for the comprehensive medical care to the employees and their families, as well as the cash help during the sickness and maternity and monthly payments. But this act is barely drafted of 100 sections. Nothing is out there. This is merely a social security. आप लोगों ने insurance किया, आपने क्या लिखना? Challenges are there. Then the Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1952. Those who are working in formal sector. अब रिटायरमेंट नहीं देंगे आपको, ग्रेजुएटी नहीं देंगे, पेंशन नहीं देंगे, जॉब की सिक्योरिटी है. जिनके पास 2-2 लाख की 3 लाख की जॉब है ना, right now they are struggling with the political and legal system of India. Then Employees Compensation Act. You people are working somewhere, you get victimized before a day. Provisions, legal provisions. Social security and peace and justice. This is my last point. Peace and justice. जब 2 निवाले खाने को नहीं मिलेंगे, वो स्टेट कहाँ रहेगी? There is Maoist acts, there is armed conflict, there is failure of constitution, and there is failure of legal system. We have to ponder over it. If man will allow, there is
sections. I'm not against the what we can say the economic existence and all that, but my question is it fair that there are reservation for such categories? Is it fair? Shouldn't it have a same fair level of competition, same level of competition? I'm not against any other assistances, but there should be a fair level of competition for all the categories. That is my question. What do you want to say about it?
Like you were asking, this question is Google what something for repeat or what? Hello?
Yes, Nicholson, please go ahead, you are audible to us.
For the